taking our many 10 plus years of expertise working globally and those assets, those revenues to really help build out a product in Canada that will make a difference and will kind of service the market in ways that it has not yet been. And there's certainly lots of opportunities.
Can you speak to me about sort of what you've observed in the Canadian marketplace so far? Because it sounds as though there's still opportunities for you and others that other players, for whatever reason, just haven't been able to satisfy those needs yet.
There's a couple of reasons. For one, the small mid-size merchant market continues to grow. We found another surge post-COVID. So the demand is going up. And there are not a ton of players in the market in Canada. It's not quite as saturated as in the US. So bringing in a new funder like myself certainly provides the merchant market a great opportunity, and us with a great opportunity, taking our many 10 plus years of expertise working globally and those assets, those revenues to really help build out a product in Canada that will make a difference and will kind of service the market in ways that it has not yet been. And there's certainly lots of opportunities to get that business. So,
right. Can I ask you, and you don't have to be completely specific, but what sort of is the rate a customer can expect to pay on this?
I think when we spoke about that earlier, the cost to the merchant does vary depending on the risk that their portfolio, industry, bank, etc. presents. Our cost can be probably anywhere from 20% to probably as high as 40 and change. Right? Really is going to depend on the risk and of that portfolio.
I see. Now, can you speak to business owners about, you talked about that scenario where, there's an opportunity presents itself and they need funding to secure that opportunity quickly. Are there other scenarios that you can envision for the sort of customers that you want to see come to you beyond that sort of like instant need for capital?
Absolutely. I mean, and there's certainly, that's one part of the customer base that we deal with. We certainly have a lot of customers that have, that are slightly more seasonal or have slightly more visibility to plan ahead. And they know, I'm dealing with all kinds of markets that maybe in the spring is their big time. They need to get ahead of that. They've got to get their inventory for whatever that is now. So that's somebody who's definitely planning, right? They can see year over year where their needs are, and they can anticipate those needs, whatever their cash problem is. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be inventory. It could be at a certain time of year for whatever the business. There's tons of licensing renewals where their costs are incredibly heavy that will now start to eat at their cash flow. That's another place where they have some visibility and will be able to plan for it.
Right.
So we are always open to making sure that we can secure that for you, right? And help you plan. That's a big piece. So when we look at merchants and their needs, we're not just looking at what are your capital needs today, but where is your capital pain? And let me help you plan for that in the future. The program I give you today is not just about this need, but how can we plan for the next one? So that you're trying to build a relationship with the merchant, or at least BizFund is. And that's certainly one of my areas of expertise in the financial planning, relationship building, and so forth, where we look at not just the need today, but how are we helping them to grow their business and really make change the program around to match those needs.